Picture this, a girl sitting in the back of every classroom, praying the teacher never calls her name. A girl who rehearses what she's going to say at the lunch counter 3 times before stepping up to order. A girl whose biggest fear isn't failure, it's being seen. That girl was Maya, and this is her story. Maya Chen was 17 years old and had mastered the art of disappearing. She wore earth tones. She sat near exits. She laughed quietly, never loudly enough to draw attention. At school, her teachers knew her name from the register, but not from raising her hand. She had opinions. She had ideas. She had fire inside her that she'd spent years learning to suppress. Her mother called it being reserved. Her classmates simply didn't notice her at all. One afternoon, walking home from school with her headphones in and her eyes on the ground, Maya collided literally with a woman carrying a stack of flyers. Papers scattered everywhere. Maya dropped to her knees, gathering them quickly, apologizing in her smallest voice. Sorry, I'm so sorry. The woman, not unkindly, she had bright eyes and paint-stained fingers. Don't be sorry, sweetheart. Just help me stack them. The flyers read, Citywide Youth Spoken Word Competition. All voices welcome. Maya handed them back. The woman smiled. You should come. Oh, I'm not a performer. The woman tilted her head. How do you know? Maya had no answer. She didn't sign up that night, or the next. She folded the flyer into her journal and told herself she was just keeping it, not committing to anything. But something had shifted. That week, Maya started writing. Not the careful, quiet journal entries she'd kept for years. Something rawer, angrier, more honest. She wrote about what it felt like to sit in a room full of people and feel completely alone. She wrote about watching other kids laugh freely and wondering what was broken inside her. She wrote about her father, who had left when she was 9, and the silence he'd left behind that she'd somehow made her personality. The words surprised her. They had weight. On the last day of registration, at 11:47 p.m., Maya submitted her name online. Then she closed her laptop and screamed into her pillow for 30 seconds straight. The competition was held in a community theater that smelled like old wood and ambition. There were 32 competitors. Some had coaches. Some had performed before. One girl wore a sequined jacket and received a round of applause just for walking in. Maya wore her earth tones. She sat near the exit. She watched performer after performer step into the spotlight and pour themselves out. Some technically polished, some raw and shaking, all of them brave. When a boy from the east side finished a piece about his brother's incarceration, the room was silent for 3 full seconds before the applause erupted. Maya felt tears on her cheeks she hadn't realized she'd cried. Then her name was called. Her legs carried her to the stage on autopilot. The light was brighter than she expected. She couldn't see the audience, which helped. She unfolded her paper, then, at the last moment, folded it back up. She would do it from memory. She opened her mouth. My silence is not peace. It's a door I forgot how to open. And then the words came. All of them. Every honest, terrifying, real word she had written at midnight when she thought no one would ever hear them. Her voice cracked twice. She didn't stop. Her hands shook. She didn't hide them. When she finished, there was that same silence, that 3-second silence, and then the room broke open. Maya didn't win the competition. She placed 4th, but she stayed until the end. She talked to 3 people she'd never met. She laughed loudly once at something a boy with paint on his sneakers said, and she didn't apologize for it. Maya didn't transform overnight. Confidence isn't a switch you flip. It's a muscle you build, one terrifying rep at a time. She went back the following year, and the year after that. By 19, she was coaching younger kids in a program she helped start. The girl who prayed not to be seen became someone who taught others that being seen is the whole point. If you're sitting in the back row right now, this story is for you. Your voice matters. The world is waiting for it. Have you ever done something that scared you and came out the other side? Tell us in the comments. Your story might inspire someone today.